if you deeply think about it, there's there's really no reason for us guys to hide our struggles to our partner when you know that they're gonna be there forever.
A little
They
motivation, a little like if you have a coffee, a little bit of alcohol.
Yeah, it's just like, wow, I don't mind this
Yeah,
little.
let me put some like struggle in my good life. There you go.
This is good. I love it. I'm not gonna tell nobody about it, but I'm gonna figure this shit
That one
out.
too.
I always have that mentality. Your business is your business. My business is my business.
Like how you
mean,
said,
yeah.
we never knew each other from years ago, and who would have thought
That
we'd be
we're
sitting
here
on the
now.
couch talking about
Some-
personal stuff that
Some deep
I
stuff.
would never tell anybody.
Yeah.
Even my little brothers, we don't talk about stuff like
No,
this.
it's,
Yeah. Well, welcome to KANTO
see,
Series.
that's the reason why we get nervous.
Yeah. Well, welcome
The flow, you know.
welcome to KANTO Series episode 4. We just got done filming episode 3. But I guess the guys still want to talk because we got done hella early.
But first of all, we gotta talk about this camera angle. I like this camera.
Yeah,
angle.
we're just we stayed. My brothers went home, and so we
Testing something
yeah
new.
testing
Testing
some
something
stuff,
new,
and
especially with the camera.
yeah, we ended up liking this POV, and it's a vibe, I guess. But I mean, as you guys can see, I have bins on the top because we're in the garage.
That's so funny.
I turned this garage into a studio type of room because we don't really have space.
And that's one thing people don't know, like when they're listening to us or when they're watching us,
Yeah,
is that we're in the garage.
we're in the garage. Yeah,
Yeah, because when I
It-
tell
'cause-
my family and the people that I talk to, a shout
oh,
out.
they're thinking
They're
about
thinking
like, what
we're
the hell
like
you
in
doing in
yeah,
the
they're
garage?
like, where are you? And I'm like, oh, we're in the garage actually. And they're like surprised and stuff. So it's cool to see, like the change that from how it went from a garage to a whole studio. pretty
Yeah.
much.
I mean, it's not perfect, but it works.
No, it actually looks good.
Yeah.
I really love how this garage turned out.
Well,
growing up.
before
you're
we
meant-
start, so the topic that we're gonna talk about, since we're talking about deep topics, it's why do men hide their emotions and struggles? That's what we're talking about. So now we're just going back where it all started, I guess. I guess it started with not just with my family, not with just my mom and dad. I think it's just our culture as a Filipino.
and the way we
And
grew
how
up
we-
too.
Yeah, and you think I would say your culture is almost the same thing as Filipino
Yeah.
too, boy.
Yeah, no, my dad was very held back on what he wanted to truly say to compare to what he really wanted
Yeah.
to say. And I never understood it, still to this day, why he does the way he does. And it makes me wish that he could have just at least let us know what was going on.
Yeah,
Because I'm more of a person that just wants,
yeah, because I
needs to know.
yeah, I get it, because for American culture, since they always use the words like "I'm proud of you," like "I love
Mhm.
you," but then the kids will say, "How come you're not showing it to me? I don't feel it." But in our culture, we feel it, but they don't say it.
Exactly.
So
So
we're
it's
very
it's the
opposite.
other way around.
So we're other way around. Like, I know I feel it, but I want to hear it from you.
Especially for dads, like Filipino dads.
Yeah.
They will not tell you that they love you, but they will show it to you.
Yeah, they'll show it to you like
But with the American way,
culture. Yeah, it's
they're
a
gonna
other way
tell
around.
you, but they're not gonna show you.
So
You get it?
basically, they're
Yeah.
just using their words to make you feel better. But with our culture, you see the action before the
Mm-hmm.
well, not before. You don't really hear the word.
Because would you say, like, sorry to cut
No,
you
you're
off,
good,
but
you're good.
would you say, for instance, if your dad wasn't very confident, like he wasn't that person that just
Not really, because I feel like in the Filipino culture, dad's always the one working, so
Okay.
we barely see.
See
I don't know
him.
if it's the same case.
No, it's the same thing as me.
Yeah, because I barely
Get to see him.
yeah,
and
get to
stuff.
see him growing up because he's always at work. It's always our mom. But now that I'm older, I know why he did it because he's providing. Because I mean, that's what I'm doing right now. I work 2 jobs. I barely see my kids, but it's because I'm providing. Things to my family.
That kind of like goes back to, so now you understand why why your dad had did that in when you were a kid.
Yeah,
So
I
you
mean,
finally
from
understand.
our second episode, that's when I understood it. When I don't know who said it, one of you guys, like it goes back to their parents
Yeah.
because their parents did not show any emotion towards them, so sometimes they don't know how to like regulate it or show it or how to act with what they feel. I'm trying to cut that chain or however
You're
they.
trying to cut that bud. Me too, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Like, cause I say I love you to my kids. I mean, I know my parents love me because look, until now they still take care of me. But I'm trying to cut the chain where they don't use the words. I want to use words and action.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
I think that's where it started. Why
Men hide their
my
feelings.
men hide
Men
their
hide their
feelings
emotions.
and emotions because growing up, it's our parents didn't really validate it.
True.
Yeah.
And I think where the hiding the feelings comes from is more of when it stems from a negative standpoint. Like when we're feeling sad, mad, those where the weakness comes,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and I think that's where we hide it. Where
Yes,
if we're-
your parents taught you to suppress your feelings.
yeah,
There you
to
go.
kind of just
And
hold
not
it back.
show it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the only time you see it is when they're happy, and it's just like, oh, okay. It's just like, oh, and they're happy and stuff, and it's just like you don't know when they're sad. My dad could be, my dad could be going through like the worst thing ever, but in his face, it's just like he's just so still.
Yeah.
It's very cold. Like it's such a weird feeling to get from. Because then I could see what you're saying about carrying it on, and so where I believe is like my dad. I felt like if our parents confronted the way we confronted things would have been very,
Been
very different
Different. Yeah.
for us as kids growing up too.
Yeah. Cause now that I'm grown, to be honest, I don't need those words anymore. I don't need them to say I love you, I'm proud of you,
Because now we know that
know
they
that-
actually love us.
Yeah.
With their actions.
mm-hmm.
But I'm
'Cause
gonna
it's
be
just-
honest.
But when you're a kid though, you wanna hear that.
I was gonna say I'm gonna be honest. Like I wish they told me they love me instead of not instead. I wish they told me they love me and at the same time they showed the action too.
See, this
yeah.
why I don't want to talk about this conversation.
No, it's okay.
No,
Because, like, deep inside, it makes me sad.
Yeah.
Like,
me too.
like, I'm excited to talk about these things, but once we like say
deep
it out
into it?
loud, get deep into it, I get like fuck. Like,
I'm
man,
like, this is why I stem my feelings away. This is why I hide
Exactly.
My
Yeah.
feelings and my emotions.
you know what? I'm gonna put it in the vault, lock it, throw it.
Delete this podcast.
Yeah.
Delete this
'Cause-
supposedly
but-
BTS.
But then, men, again, this one of the things we don't want to talk about.
Yeah.
Exactly.
For men, when things makes us sad, we don't want to talk about it. I feel like that's why we don't share our struggles and emotions to other people.
Yeah.
Because for men, we always gotta have the how would you say it, like the
That
like positivity thinking,
Being strong.
being
yeah.
strong all the time. You can't be
Mhm.
weak, or else, to be honest, sometimes if you're like that, our society will judge you and will say you're not even a man.
Yeah.
and that's the other reason why I want to break this bond because like I was saying a while ago, I grew up in a household where my dad didn't show emotions, didn't show his struggles, and that also got me into not showing emotions at first, but then it made me realize that I want to break that bond because like I'm pretty sure everybody knows that I'm a very emotional guy. I cry hysterically.
Right.
I cried in front of you for sure. I cried in front of Jethro.
Yeah.
I had a deep conversation with you and with Junior. I opened up to James too. And you guys notice how like it's I mentioned like just all the guys. But that's because I wanna break that bond. I wanna show emotions too, Like just because we're guys doesn't mean that we're gonna hide it.
Yeah.
You know?
So that's the thing now. That this is where it comes in. How come we share it to our friends, our male friends? How come? But
Oh
how
yeah, I
come
love this.
how come we can't share it to, our partners?
From my perspective
That's-
is I how I always seen it was not letting our women see us in such a vulnerable state.
Yes.
And that's such a place that, because then it's either you're shunned upon from your girl, or she's like, she knows that you're strong too, and it's such a 50,
Yeah,
50.
it's really depend on the
depending
person.
on the person
Because there's some times where if you tell that to your girl, oh, you're so strong by just saying it,
Exactly.
and there's some, if you're not with the right person, that person will say,
she won't tell you, but
yeah, you're like, oh, you're so weak for telling me that.
Yeah.
You're a man, suck it up, toughen up. That's what you have to deal with.
and it's just
Welcome to our generation.
such a toxic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also want to break that. Speaking of toxic, I also want to break that toxic masculinity. That's
Yes,
why
but because I talked to Martin's girlfriend, that's how we came up with this idea. Your girlfriend said that you would never hide anything from her, and we were arguing. I'm like, no, that is not true, because there's some gonna be things that we're gonna be fighting by ourselves, and sharing those things to you.
and I know what she was talking about. She for sure is talking about my struggles. I suck. I don't hide my emotions. You guys know that. But what I hide from her are my struggles.
Yeah.
But I suck at hiding my struggles because she knows when I'm struggling, and she would confront me with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would hide it and hide it to the point that I can't take it no more, and I would just start crying in front of her.
Okay.
No, it happened before. It happened like a couple of times now. She knows I had, like I said, I had my struggles, but she knows that I'm struggling, and when I'm struggling, and when I can't take it no more.
See, with today's society, if they see men crying in public, they they think of a lot of mean things.
Yeah, that's the other reason why society thinks that just because
Men always
men,
have to be tough.
yeah, just the moment men shows emotion, that's the
You're
people are
losing
gonna
your
think
way, basically.
people are gonna think that, oh, they're weak.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the one thing I'm so glad about with our generation and how we're moving forward is talking about it. Like how we're sitting here on this couch talking to, like,
I mean, yeah.
we never knew each other from years ago. And who would have thought
That
we'd be
we're
sitting
here
on
now.
a couch talking about
Some-
personal stuff that
some deep
I
stuff.
would never tell anybody.
Yeah.
Even my little brothers, we don't talk about stuff like this.
Yeah.
So for me to go and talk to, you guys and
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
friends and stuff, and it's just like, wow, it's just like, this is cool.
Yeah.
Yes. Speaking of
Just step
speaking
forward.
of brothers, I also started opening up to my oldest brother, and at first it felt so weird, but I know that's what I wanted to do because I wanna start opening up to my brothers too.
That's a
That-
good thing.
It's a really a good
That's-
thing because then
Yeah, that's one
because
of the
then
hard
my-
things to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
because then my brother started opening up to me, and it
Oh.
felt it
It's
felt
like,
so
what the
weird.
fuck?
Yeah, 'cause-
It felt so weird, bro. But
It's
then
like, dude.
but then at the same time, it feels so good
Yeah.
because
See?
now we open up another
Oh my God.
experience.
Because he knew what you guys
Yeah.
were both going through.
See,
the same
that's
thing.
something I can't relate.
Aw.
Because even you guys know this.
Yeah.
Me, Jethro, and James, we don't talk about like girlfriends, this and this and that.
Yeah, like stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that
'Cause
one too.
I always have that mentality. Your business is your business. My business is my business.
Like how you said, like you being the older brother too.
Yes.
Is such a.
So yeah, that's one of the hardest
Oh dang.
thing too. Like you're the oldest brother. You gotta set the example.
Yeah.
You can't show any weaknesses, not even one.
Not even one
You
because
always
you're
have
the
to look
oldest.
tough, in front of your brothers.
Yeah. Where you're like, for James, he could come to you and just like let it out.
Yeah.
And you'll be okay with it because you're like, oh, that's my younger brother.
Yeah.
Where if you
But-
were to go to James and start crying,
Yeah, I
James
was like,
would be like, what,
what
the hell is
What
going
the hell,
on with you?
Kuya? Why are you crying? It's not supposed to. Jethro did that before. He called me and talked about some things. Like, it felt weird. Like, damn, I don't share my feelings to you, but here you are feeling, sharing your feelings to
Yeah,
me.
it's like,
'Cause,
wow, dude.
he struggled with his ex-girlfriends, and he tells me stuff here and there, but not all of it. But I appreciate that he would, tell
Open
me
up
things,
to you.
open up to me, but I
Mhm.
would never open up to them. That's the thing. When it comes to emotions, but when it comes to struggle,
Mhm.
that I share it to them, because
Do you think you'll ever open up to them, or is that something that you just forever have to work on?
yeah, I'll forever work
No,
on.
it's okay, dude. That's
Like,
something that
see,
that's
there-
like being human, bro.
Yeah. I don't think I'll ever work on it. I will never share
It's okay.
my emotions.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
But
look, I share my emotions to you guys. I share my emotion to you and Douglas and you.
mhm.
It's weird when it's your siblings.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's like
It's
I said,
really weird.
especially if you're the
The
oldest
oldest.
one. Because when you're the oldest one, I feel like you can't even make mistake.
No.
Like the pressure is like it's really high.
No, you're not lying.
I'm gonna be honest. It makes me emotional
Mhm.
when I see a grown ass man cry. It makes me emotional when I see a grown ass man cry, because that's a grown ass man.
It takes a lot.
It takes
Yeah.
a lot from them
Yes.
to cry, and when they cry, I'm telling you, they cry hysterically.
Yeah.
And
Uh,
I get that feeling.
They're finally
I would-
letting it out
I'm gonna be honest, like I would start tearing up too.
with them.
No,
yeah.
seriously, I know
No.
it sounds weird,
No, it's a good thing, bro.
and I honestly, bro, and so going back to like Jethro opening up to you about his ex, if someone opens up to me about that, and like they actually cry in front of me and they start having a deep conversation, I'm gonna think that, oh, I can also share my
See,
emotionals to you.
That's the thing. When you open up to me,
Mm.
I didn't know how to deal with it.
Mm.
Because like I said, like Filipinos, nobody taught us how to deal with our feelings. You're supposed to hide it.
Yeah.
So when Martin opened up to me, I'm like, because he hugged me and he started crying. I'm like,
And the situation
like,
that
it's
Martin,
it's
sorry, and the situation that Martin went through was something that you can relate to too as well, or was that something that you couldn't relate to at this?
no, relate or not. It's
Just never opening up, right?
yeah, just
Because
that.
even if you could relate to him, it was just something that you.
It's
would
weird that you're showing that
Showing
Exactly.
emotion. So I was like, okay, don't cry.
Yeah,
It's okay.
you didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
It's okay. I don't know what to do because I don't even know what to say. Whenever I cry, my parents are like, just stop.
Just
you're fine.
just tough it out,
Because I think that's what a lot of
Fucking
people think.
don't show emotions. You're gonna look weak. I'm like, dude, stop. That's the reason why I want to break
I mean,
that
like
bond,
like a kid, you're not
Yeah.
gonna be like, okay, dude,
I don't-
stop. I want to show my feelings. If I want to
Exactly.
cry, I'm gonna cry for like an hour.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
Because the parents be like, oh, the cops will get you. Let me call the cops.
yeah,
To be
that's why
honest, I still use that. If my daughter cries like, okay, you've been crying for nonstop now. Let me try and call the cops.
Call 911.
Yeah.
So funny.
Those fake calls. Okay, what's her name? Oh, this is my daughter's
She's
name.
being a bad kid.
Yeah, she's being a bad kid. Okay, give the phone to her. They have like the fake 911
I seen
calls.
it on TikTok.
Yeah.
No way.
So
That's
so
funny.
I didn't know how to deal with it. But now that I think the one that made me that my emotion counts is my girlfriend now. Because
Okay.
she's, I guess girls are more emotional than guys, and girls are not scared to show their emotions.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's me with my girl too.
Yeah, and now that I have two daughters, that made me, more vulnerable, I guess. Or it made me look like,
That you can show emotions.
that I can show
basically.
emotion, that it's okay to be vulnerable. I mean,
To show that soft side.
So yeah.
yes.
So, Poi, if you're ever gonna get a girlfriend, if you're ever gonna be in a relationship, make sure that she validates your emotion.
Yeah.
For sure.
But then again, when it comes to dating, you're not gonna find that right girl right away. If you get lucky if you find it right away, but you're probably gonna go through like different girls until you find that right one.
Because, well, I can talk about this in the podcast. I already talked to my girl about this, but I've been with two girls that use my emotions against me. Like
Okay.
I open up to them. I cried, I cried in front of them, and they use that against me.
So you-
One girl even blocked me. Yeah.
Do you think that affected the way you looked at it now, or was that just
Way before you met your girl right
way
now.
before you met your girl? Is
Uh,
that something that now that affects your
So
relationship?
basically,
going forward?
yeah, it sounded like you were opening that door,
Yeah.
and that girl shut it
kinda
off
shut it
again.
No,
off.
seriously. At first,
So did you
That
end up?
trust.
Did you end up putting the lock on it, or
at first I was hesitant to open up to my girl. I was so
Betted,
hesitant.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's
No, I was like, I was thinking the girl, your ex, right?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
no. At first, I was with Bernice. At first I was hesitant to open up my emotions because in my mind I'm like, what if she would do the same thing with with the other
The other
girls?
girls.
But no, she actually confronted me. She actually made sure that it's okay to open up my emotions again. Like I've
Yeah, you
never.
you just gotta find the right person?
Yeah, I've never been so comfortable opening up my emotion to a girl again,
Mhm.
and especially, oh man, especially the topic of my mom. Like I've never felt so comfortable opening up
Mm-hmm.
to my girl about my mom. Like I cried in front of her about about my mom
Because it's
too.
a really sensitive.
Yeah, a
topic.
really sensitive topic.
Sometimes you don't even want to mention it.
Yeah,
You think about it, but sometimes mentioning it like breaks you.
Yeah.
yeah.
And for me too, when I am around you, I tend not to bring stuff like that around too.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I kind of heard about it, but that's where I'm just like, I know not
Yeah.
to. It's just like, oh, dude, you don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since then, that
Yeah, I think just for guys, we have that. Since guys to guys, we know everyone going through something.
Yeah.
So
It's just like how we were talking about Junior today. With some topics he doesn't like to talk about.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, we're kind of conscious about it.
Yeah.
So that's such a moving, it's such a step forward, especially as guys. Because some guys, like most guys, they'll just be like, oh, forget that. Let's just joke around with him.
yeah.
He's like, dude, that's where the whole thing comes from. It
Yeah.
stems from like that thing.
and
It's
just
like,
because we have respect,
Yeah.
to one another, and it's not like a respect you get from the street. Where I respect you because you're a guy.
yeah.
We basically earned their respect because we've been friends for years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one too.
So I guess that's why we're not scared to share emotion to one another. I mean, 7 years worth of 6 years, 5 5 years,
4 or 5, yeah.
4 or 5 for us. No,
Long
4 for
time
you.
with this fool.
Yeah, this-
10 years. No, seriously. Right when we
Martin
got
and I,
here.
what, 11 years?
Do you even
want to
be friends with
you
guys?
Yeah,
Jeez, 11 years.
11
About to
years.
be 11 years.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a lot
Yeah.
of time, bro.
11 years. No, it's been 11 years. It's
Is it?
2025.
That's cool.
Oh yeah.
We met 2013
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
or 13 or 14.
Dang.
All right. Now, you did not answer my question. So are you going to share 100% to your girl? Because she
Yeah.
said, really?
Yeah. Because
See, that's what
Um,
intrigues me.
Yes.
Cause-
like I said a while ago, I've never been so comfortable
Yeah.
sharing my emotions again to
Because,
a girl.
yeah, well, I'm not scared to show emotions. It's the struggle.
Yeah.
You're
But
going to
like-
share your struggles
but
to
like I said-
100%? Because
Mm,
there's some struggles where I don't want her to, how would you say, like, burden it?
yeah.
Like,
you
that's a
you
good way.
you
Like,
think
as a man, I'll take it myself. I'll take it alone. I deal with it. You know, I'll solve it myself.
but you
She
don't
can do
want
it.
them to go through with it.
Yes. Because
There you
I
go.
don't want them to know that struggle.
'Cause just like I said, just like what I said the other day, our struggles as a man, our struggles is our struggles, and our girls' struggles are also our struggles.
But like, to come in as a devil's advocate, as the girl's perspective, I feel like to be in a relationship, that's where they see as like a combination of things.
Mhm.
You know, where they wanna feel it too.
Right.
They're like, that's where I think they wanna push us to like let them know of things because they wanna be a part of it too.
And-
Even though it's bad, they're like, they know it's part of being in a relationship. It's the good and the bad.
They
You know,
wanna-
especially when you
I
get
mean-
married.
I mean, you're right. I understand that. But
Yeah, that's why I see from a girl's perspective.
yeah, from the
of them
yes,
wanting. Yes.
yes. Because even my girl said, if you're in my position, if you see me struggling, you're gonna want to
Yeah.
help me.
As a guy,
But
you're
but
like,
then
bring it on to me, please.
but then again, as a guy, when I started dating my girl, I promised her a good life. You know, everything's gonna be perfect. I'm trying to give that life to you. I don't want to break that promise.
Right.
That's why if I'm gonna struggle, I'm gonna hide it to myself because I want you to have that good life,
That perfect.
perfect
Yeah.
life. And if I'm gonna struggle my whole life just providing that happy life to you, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Because as a man, I'll take it. As a provider, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's such an
I'm-
amazing trait to have.
It's an amazing trait to have, but
But
I know it's
such a-
really toxic.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword, dude.
Yes, double-edged sword.
Yeah, you're going back to that toxic masculinity
Yeah,
again.
but see, that's something I can't take back.
Yeah.
My struggle is my struggle. Your struggles is our struggle.
So would you say with the struggles that you guys incurred during the relationship, would you let her know or would you keep it to yourself?
Oh, when it comes to a relationship, yeah,
Okay.
I had to let her know because when they said communication is the key, communication is the key.
Also,
When
listening is the key as
yeah,
well. You can't just communicate without listening. You know.
True.
because
True.
to be honest, I'm not perfect.
Me too.
When it comes to like arguing, fighting, I run away from it instead of like confronting it. Like, okay, let's sit down and what's going on? No, I do not do that.
Damn, I'm the same
Like,
way
let's
too.
take our time.
There are some arguments.
Sometimes I just act like it did not happen. I know it's really bad, but we're getting better though, because what we do now is we take, okay, you know what? Let's take a couple hours. If it's gonna take a day, let's take a day. Don't talk, because you know when you're mad, you say things that like really mean things that when you're all calm and
Mhm.
when you're all calm and your senses back. Oh man, I shouldn't
never
have said that.
Yeah.
I did not mean it.
Not
So
gonna lie.
that's what we do. We don't talk to each other because I'm not gonna lie. There's some mean things I told her when I was really mad because I wasn't really thinking. Right.
You let your emotions get the best out of you.
Yes.
That's
But like I said, I'm not perfect. But now we're getting better. Whenever we fight, we take some time, and once we're all calm, that's when we talk to each other. But how we do it over text. We do it over text because when we talk,
even though you guys live together.
yes, because over text you can say whatever you want.
True.
In person, because just because you're calm doesn't mean you're not mad to that person anymore. And it's fine. It's fine to be mad. So she does it over text. I do it over text because you get to say whatever you want.
Yeah.
It could be a long ass paragraph. It's fine because I'll be able to read it. But yeah, we're working on it. But yeah, just the struggle. I think one thing I don't share is mentally. It's not even physically, just like mentally, because you're thinking about you guys' future,
I was gonna say
your future
I
as
was
a
gonna say.
family, future of your kids.
I'm honestly at that stage too. To be honest, that's why I'm doing this side hustle
Yeah,
because I want to be able to provide.
yeah.
So
So I think like as a dad, it's more stressful because you're not just thinking about yourself. You're thinking about your whole family.
Yeah.
much worse, you're not even thinking about yourself. You're just thinking about the
Oh
future.
yeah, that's the thing too.
So going back to your communication, I'm not gonna lie, my girl and I barely argues, but there is some arguments that we could have communicated, but we just decided not to talk about it, but because we focuses on our my point
Peace.
too. There are some arguments that we could have communicated so that we don't have to argue again, but we just decided to prioritize our peace
Yeah,
rather than to
Throw
talk
it
about
under
it.
the rug.
Because I could feel it too. I was
yeah.
like,
So
in my mind, I'm like, should I talk to her about this? You know,
so I guess for our partners, we're not scared to show our emotion, but we are
we
scared to share our struggles.
yeah,
Cause
especially mentally.
yeah, cause the way I see it, our partners validate our feelings.
And we just don't want them to get involved with our struggles.
Yes,
But then
cause
we're kind of contradicting ourselves
but
because
yeah,
in the relationship it should be together. It should be 50-50. So whatever you're going through, you
oh
know,
yeah. But I'm gonna search this quote.
but yeah, I was having a conversation with my girl the other day too.
Mhm.
I was like, you know that I don't hide my emotions from you, but but what I hide from you are my struggles. But you also know that I suck at hiding my struggles because you know when I'm struggling, and you know when I wouldn't be able to take it anymore because I would just start crying in front of her. And that's the beauty of her. I kept telling her every time she asked me, so what did you what was the reason you fell in love? I was like, when I fell in love when I open up my mom to you and you stayed. Like I've never felt so comfortable showing my emotions again. I
Yeah,
kept
cause
telling
she
her that.
validated.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've never felt so comfortable ever again until I started showing my emotions again.
You know what's crazy? We're talking about this. My younger self would say, this shit's cringy."
Yeah.
Like it's really cringy whatever you guys talking
What am I
about.
talking about?
But as you get older, like
It's like
So
I need
that's
to talk about
so
this.
that's like
you
go
need to talk about this because
exactly.
look, just talking about this, like the mental relief that I get, like
Me too. Shit.
And it's
Yeah.
just like a eye opening too. It's just
Mhm.
like, wow, okay, like that's something I need to
That's
work
why.
on
That's
too.
the other reason why I want to break this bond, because I want to break this chain, because us, us guys, we're going through a lot every day, and just letting out our emotions makes letting out our emotions make us feel better. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Well, cause my girl and I, we argued about it. That she said that I'm not showing emotions that I love her.
Mm-hmm.
It was an
Yeah.
argument, but I told her that I showed. So for us, it's like act of service. That's what I learned from my parents.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
5 languages of love.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Hey.
yeah.
Hey, I didn't even know about that.
So I told my girl that I'm maybe not buying you flowers, or maybe not taking you on a date, but I do these things for us. When you go home from your work, the house is clean. Girls are
They're
they already
washed up.
they're washed up. They already have their bath. I wash the clothes, folded them, put them away.
Dishes are clean.
Dishes are clean. And when you cook, and I wash the dishes.
Help each other. Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's your
I mean,
love.
yeah, for some people, like, well, I mean, it's kind of like, for some people, like, why are you doing those things? That's the girl's job. That's your wife's job to clean the house, do all those
Fuck
things.
that.
Yeah, but that, growing up, I saw my parents do that to each other. Because my dad would sometimes help my mom do their laundry. Because in the Philippines, they have to do their laundry manually, just using hands. And my dad would step up, all right, let me help you. Even, right after work. Right after work, my dad would jump in and help my mom.
Start helping your mom.
So that's how I saw it. It's act of service. That's how my parents showed it to me. My parents never hold hands in front of us. Never kiss each other in front of us.
Dang.
Never. So growing up, act of service was a one way to say I love you. And I kind of understand it. Like, I need to do better, not just act of service. We're in a different generation now.
Yeah, and just finding out how her way of love, how she receives it.
Yes.
Because how we show it is different than how someone else receives love.
Yes.
And how they perceive
Oh
it.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Because how I receive and perceive love is by touch, physical touch.
Mm-hmm.
That's
quality
just
time.
me. Yeah, physical touch and quality time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And where someone else, like how you said, the acts of service.
Yeah. For
gift-
Alma, it's the
gift
quality
exchanging.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And
No,
it's just like,
now that you said it, it makes sense. Though that's why she got mad.
yeah, it's
It
understandable.
just took you long enough.
Yeah, it took me this long because, like I told you, we never talk about it. Now we're talking about it. Like, oh yeah, that's why she got mad. I mean,
Wow,
oh my
5 acts of
God.
love. What's that?
Yeah,
Mhm.
and now it makes sense.
Uh,
See, for you to understand things, sometimes you need other people's perspective
yeah.
Mhm.
because you get so blinded of how you run things.
It's just like, wow.
You're so
I should-
focused, when you're just your own perspective.
And that's where the whole emotions come in. I think that's where you got to be open to a lot of things. 'Cause that's
So now I'm gonna ask you now, because I feel like with our generation, we're not scared to show our emotions. How about your struggle? You think you're gonna share that to your girl? What do you think?
Just,
See,
just
that-
from
No, like,
that's a tough
okay.
one.
Even for me in relationships, I was never to share struggles too. Mine was just always the good vibes.
Yes.
Just always having that good time. And that's how I perceived, just that whole relationship. So when things were going bad, I seen it
I
as
take
a
it my-
negative.
Yes.
Exactly.
And that's where I think it ruined my whole perspective of relationships and
That's
love
crazy.
at the very moment. Because when things go bad, I'm just like, man, I don't want to deal with this.
But
no
that's
more.
what toughened the relationship.
Yeah, that's what toughens it. And now
It's a
when I'm
roller
looking
coaster,
into
up
it-
and down.
Yeah.
You have to ride it out until you guys get to the end.
Yeah.
there you go.
And now that I'm more mature into it, I feel like with the next one, when I, whenever it comes, I'm more prepared to just slowly not let
Not to
not to
open
be
up
like,
right away.
oh, I'm gonna let everything out, but just like
So if
Going back to what I was just talking about a while ago, choose a partner that you can be comfortable opening up your feelings
but
and her not blocking it and her not using against
yeah,
it.
but then again, when you start dating, you're not gonna get that right away. Because when you, Martin, you know this. When you start dating, it's all positivity.
Mhm.
There's no negativity.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's all about like like happiness, this and that,
Laughter.
enjoyment,
Mhm.
laughter.
Comfortability.
Yeah, it takes a while before the
Because
sadness.
you wanna play safe. Yeah.
Not I don't
Oh, actually,
not
yeah.
play it safe. I think getting to know each other is just that's like the enjoyment.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, when you started dating, you don't want them to see your dark side right away.
Right.
yeah,
Like
That's
you
actually true.
want them to see that, oh, you're a person that laughs all the time, doesn't deal with like depression or things like that. You
yeah,
just want to see the other side of you. You don't want them to see the ugly side of you yet.
yeah. And I believe that's where the whole topic of what our next or upcoming podcast of dating in this generation compared to the last one, where social media, I believe, has an effect to it, where it's that big old bling, like Instagram. You see someone's life, and it's so good because it's just how they show it out to the
Yeah.
world. And then when you actually go into their life, it's just like it's not as big and bling,
It's not as good at
as
it
what they
seems.
perceive
Yeah.
it to
Yeah.
be. And I think that's where it just all stems from, compared to where our parents came from, where they met
Or they met it in a generation where they take relationship really seriously.
yeah, and they met in a public place. It's such a natural
Way to meet
meet
someone.
someone
Well,
compared to
for them, a
for them.
natural
Yeah.
way to meet someone. Because for us, a natural way is social media.
Yeah, through social media, DMing them on
Mm-hmm.
Tinder or
Mm-hmm.
whatever these dating
Yeah.
apps could be nowadays. But that's one thing I would take from this whole podcast.
And it's also based on the person, and that's the reason why I said that you choose the partner that you can comfortably open up your feelings. Because with me and Bernice, I not gonna lie, I just opened up to her like out of nowhere. I know for a fact she did not expect that, but I was just looking for someone that
Well,
I can actually.
yeah, because it will just come in a moment when you
Yeah.
feel the time is right. Then
No, seriously, I was just
You'll know
looking.
it.
you show the flip side of the coin. Here you go, the ugly side. You ready?
Seriously, yeah, there you go. Yeah, I was just looking for someone that I can.
It's either
Oh.
you're gonna catch the coin or not. I flipped it already. Catch it, please.
Yeah, that I can open up my feelings, and yeah, and that's her. Yeah.
But it's such a good thing for us men to really look into as well. Because with the whole emotion,
Mm-hmm.
it's such a, especially times now,
So
guys are still not open up to
yeah.
this whole emotion.
So
Yeah.
I guess with the emotion part, men are not getting better, but we're getting good at it, or we're getting okay with it. I guess because I mean, there's still some emotion that you don't want to
You don't want to. You
share
don't want to share yet.
sometimes,
True.
and struggles. That's where the okay. I found the quote.
So I finally found it.
Yes. It says, "Life is yours, death is mine. Peace is yours, stress is mine. Happiness is yours, sorrow is mine. Everything is yours, but you are mine."
And that's just going back to the whole relationship, right?
Yeah, but like you said, a double edged
You're just
sword.
taking it in. And
So just I know my girl appreciate all my struggles and everything. And, I appreciate that too, that she knows that it's there. But I'm just hoping that you understand me if there's some struggles that I don't share it with you. Because those are the struggles that I have to basically fight it within myself. Like a struggle that I can't share,
Yeah.
but I know that I can get through it. Because I know if there's some struggles, let's say I'm fighting it myself and I can't get over that hump, I think that's where I would share it to my girl. But then I'm hoping that moment would not come.
Dang.
That's what so far I'm getting over the hump.
So would you say if if your girl related to your struggle, would you still not tell her, or would you?
Wait, say that one more time.
Like, if your girl was able to
See-
relate to the struggle, because she's actually been through it too, but from her perspective, or would it just be like
Because
you just wanted to?
See, the way we think is different. Because the way we think, if we can solve it, we're going to go through it ourselves. We're not going to share it. Because in our head, man, if I can solve it, why do I need to share it to someone?
I see.
Right.
So let me just deal with it and just ride through it. Ride it out, and I know I'll come out at the top. That's how I see it. Even though she can relate to that struggle. If I can solve it, I'm not going to share it to her.
So when I always heard that stems from something that always when you were little. I don't know what it was, but they always said that people who never like to ask for help or just, always trying to figure out themselves was someone that always was, the person that was always trying to, but just been shut down. And now they're like that person that, it's just like,
We just go back to that.
that's why I'm in the thin line of I don't believe in the struggles and stuff because I feel like they're made up in a way of it's made up, it's just something that it gives us that feeling of like we can hold on to.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh crap,
just because the feeling you're getting over it, it feels so good.
yeah, it's just like now it just becomes an addiction
Yeah.
at that point. And I think a lot of people look for it too.
Yeah.
They're like, wow, I need this in my life. I want it.
I guess some people will look for that, a little motivation, a little if you have a coffee, a little bit of alcohol.
Yeah,
in it.
it's just like, wow, I don't mind this
Yeah,
little.
let me put some struggle in my good life, there you go.
This is good. I love it. I'm not gonna tell nobody about it, but I'm gonna figure this shit out. We got this.
We got this.
Cause
Let me finish this whole coffee and I'll get through it.
Because I'm not talking about like me about I just no, I'm the same too. Because I get that where I don't prefer the help. I want to figure this out myself because
Yes, 'cause
I don't want that I don't know what it is, but
it's just because
depending on someone.
yeah, that's that, and I feel like people will be belittling you if you ask for help.
Ooh, yeah, I was gonna go through that.
Like-
I was gonna say that
Like, why are you
also.
asking for help? And I feel like this is what I'm scared of. If I ask that person for help, that person will compare herself to you. Man, I dealt with your problem. I dealt it myself, and I did it.
Yeah.
You're here asking for help.
True.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah. Oh man.
I mean, they don't tell it to you, out
To your
loud.
face, right.
Yeah,
So-
but like in mentality,
Do you
I feel
guys
like
think
that's
that
what she says?
that goes back to being in a toxic masculinity?
Yes.
oh, for sure, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because in our society, men's supposed to be tough.
Exactly.
Not in just in society, it's just in history. Men.
No matter where you're from, dude. no matter where
Yeah.
you're from. It's
Yeah.
just, it's because I'm from a different country and you guys are from different countries.
Yeah, but
But
so
we're literally living the same
we
old
go
thing.
back way back.
Yeah.
Man is not meant to show any weaknesses.
Yeah.
Any weaknesses. Yeah, and it's just then going back to what we just talked about early in this podcast. It's weird. It's you're gonna look like you're weak, and people are gonna make fun of you just because you're opening up to them. So it's crazy.
Man, it felt good opening up. I mean, baby, I can't share my struggle. But to be honest, right now, I'm not going not going through anything right now. Because emotions, I don't hide it. I share it to you. But the struggle, right now, I'm not struggling about anything.
I also
I'm cool right now, so don't worry about me. Yeah,
I also
Don't worry about me.
yeah. Because right now, to be honest, I'm at the moment where I go like happy go lucky. Because I'm not stressing. I'm not dealing with anything. Life goes on, and
Life's too short.
life's too short to struggle. Like Foy said, some people
No, I
just
don't mean
put
it
that
that way.
little alcohol in their coffee so that they feel better, for themselves. But yeah, right now I'm not going through anything. But best, so don't worry about me. I'm just saying, because at one time I was dealing with mental health. Like I said, just thinking about our future.
It's real though. That's one thing I hate. I don't hate, but hate's a strong word. The older generation always tend to
Oh, if it's
shove it off to the side,
no, it's for older generation.
Yeah.
You can use the word hate.
and they always shoved it to the side, and that's
Yes.
something I just
Like
always
mental health.
Yeah, that mental health. They were just like, it's nothing. It's just you'll get over it, and it's just like no. Some people don't actually get over it. They
Yeah.
actually keep it, and it affects
Yeah.
everyone
Yes, because
in the long run.
some people, all they have to do is talk it out,
Yeah.
say it out loud. It happens to you, we understand you and things like that. And like you said, like old generation, nope.
Yeah.
They get a shovel, they dug a hole as deep as they can and just throw everything in there and just
Yeah.
cover it.
And that's why I like
And
having
never talk about it.
Yeah.
Never.
And that goes to journaling. That's our way of digging, digging a hole and shoving
journaling,
yeah, whatever
talking to a
whatever feelings.
therapist.
Yeah, that one. That's
Yeah, journaling is a big one too. I feel like a lot of guys don't know about it.
Journaling.
Yeah, it's because it's like a diary at that point.
Yeah.
It's like the only girls do that. They write down.
that's
You know what's big for me? The therapy.
Oh,
That's that. I love the idea of it that you get to talk to someone, but I would never do
I
it.
feel like this is our therapy, bro.
Yeah, just
this is our
do it.
therapy.
That's what I was about to say. Just doing itself, just talking to your friends, that's a therapy already.
Yeah, and it's not even talking. Like we're not talking to ourselves. Sometimes we're kind of talking to the viewers as well,
Yeah.
trying to figure
Like,
a way to relate to them as well.
I mean, we're basically saying it's okay to have that. It's okay to have those feelings.
It's okay to show emotions,
Yeah,
Especially-
it's okay to not show
especially as a-
emotions too.
Yeah.
especially as a man.
Yeah, show if you're happy, if you're sad, if you're
Yeah.
upset. I mean, if you're comfortable, you can share your struggle too.
Yeah,
if you're comfortable enough.
because I know a
guess
lot
you
of
can
people who are.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when I meet
That's
those people,
really good for
they
them.
they just dump it on you, and they don't realize it too.
Yeah.
And it's just like, wow,
Oh my God, that
Those
happened. I can't relate because that happened to me at work. Like, what the hell, dude? I'm not your therapist. What are you talking
why
about?
are you talking to me, dude?
But it happened back then. But now I understand. Sometimes I do that too with other people. Oh,
You
a
would just
freaking hypocrite.
yeah, you would just open up out of nowhere without even knowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna share it to this guy because I know I'll never see this guy again. This is my struggle. Just do it.
You understand, right?
Just you don't even have to reply. Just listen to me.
That one too. Why is it like us guys? Why is it so easy for us to tell our struggles to other people but not to our partners? That's a good one, huh?
Yes, it's just because I feel like when we share our struggles, there's like our weaknesses. But then again, you don't want to, because the way you see it and the way I see it, it's different.
Mhm.
You're not, you don't have a family yet. Once you have a family, you always gotta act like you're an alpha.
Yeah.
You're the head of the family, and you can't show any weaknesses.
It's like what Julius was saying was that him like letting it out on someone that he didn't know. It's a lot easier because
Exactly,
that
because
person, it's just like you don't know him compared to
mhm.
your girl who you
And
may spend the rest of your life
I was
with.
gonna say that.
And it's just like, wow, I don't want you to know that for the rest of your life.
Yeah, yeah.
I want that to know
yeah,
for the
it
rest of
makes
my
sense.
life, not your life.
Yeah, like you
It's
say, you're just gonna see the strangers maybe one time, couple times, but you're gonna see your girl for the rest of your life.
exactly
Yeah.
that's what I was gonna say because that stranger is not gonna be part of your life.
Yeah.
You know.
So basically, that's what you call therapy, right there.
Yeah.
'Cause what therapist? You're probably gonna see your therapist once a week, once a month, and I guess I'm scared of being judged.
Mm.
That's one thing too. Once you start sharing things,
But then, if you deeply think about it, there's really no reason for us guys to hide our struggles to our partner when you know that they're gonna be there forever. They, one way or another, they're gonna they should be part of it. Is basically what I'm trying to say. I know I know you're not gonna agree with that, but for me, you know,
I mean that's what the podcast for.
yeah, opening
That's
up.
why it takes an hour because there's agreements and disagreements.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just saying, if you're okay showing your emotions to your partner, we should also be okay opening up our struggles to our partners. Basically, what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Well, what you all think, huh?
It's it. No, it's
yeah. Let us know down in the comment if you guys think it's. I guess how would you say it? I guess just put in a comment if you guys would share your emotions or your struggles or both to your significant other.
True.
also one more thing. I just want to, shout out my
Yeah.
girl. Just really thankful that you let me open my emotions again. That's pretty much all. I'm thankful for that, to be honest. But yeah, it was this was a good podcast. This was.
Well,
a good
you shout out your
episode.
girl. No, I gotta shout out my girl
You did.
too.
You did.
I did.
Yeah, you talk about like I'm not struggling right now,
Oh yeah.
something
Oh,
like that.
shout out to you, baby. You've been making us food every time we do our podcast.
God bless you.
Yes.
Jeez.
What do you
But-
guys think about this topic? Let me know, down in the comment below. And do you think should we talk about more deep conversation?
Because this was really deep.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere too. We just decided to
Yeah.
record a video and that.
And you know how crazy that is? It's like the fact that it went an hour long, where
Yeah.
I felt like our other podcast was like taking forever.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm being serious. Like I
Yeah.
sat here and I was like, man, I don't know what else to talk about.
Yeah.
Like, cause at this point we're just talking out of our
Like random stuff.
We're just like rambling at this
Yeah.
point. Yeah. So it's nice.
And also, Paulie, I hope that you got a lot from this topic because
Oh yeah,
you're out of all the three, you're the only one that is,
still single.
that is not in a relationship.
Yeah.
So
No,
hope-
for sure. I'm gonna take. I'm always gonna take this forward in life and stuff, especially learning from my past relationships too, and how I treated those. It's gonna be a lot different.
Mhm.
Now.
Yeah.
Just
I mean,
being older too,
Yeah.
being more mature into it all.
Well, yeah. I guess I just want to say before I end this. I mean, you guys can say something too before we end it, but I just want to say that.
I just want to say that it's okay.
Hold
to-
on.
Oh shit!
He said, "I'm not done. I'm not done."
I think
I was gonna say, man, just stuff it up.
damn, bro.
That's it,
What
bro.
the fuck?
Man, today's society, you can't be soft. Just tough it out. I know we're talking about deep things, but at the end of the day, it don't matter what we say. It's about what you think. And I think what matters the most is how you go through it. But I would say just toughen it up. Just ride it out. I know right now it feels like it's a storm, but a storm meant to stop at one point.
True.
Just so ride it out and you'll be okay.
Sure, it's okay to toughen it out. Sure, it's okay to hide your feelings, but also, it's also okay to show your emotions. Know that it's not gonna be easy, but also know that there's people around you that you can count on. That's it.
Yeah. And then for me, I just want to say thank you guys for listening, and just more on like for men, because that's where I can speak from, on just the whole emotions part, on just being more open on your feelings and stuff can truly change everything as well. Like just when you're not feeling good, just let someone let people know. Just being
Mhm.
more truthful on how you feel and stuff is something I believe us men need to work on. I just wanted to end it off just by saying thank you for everyone who's listening to our podcast, and just for men just to be more open about their feelings and stuff. So yeah, thank you guys for listening and stuff.
It was
Well,
a good
it was a
podcast.
good
Yeah, it was
episode.
such
Good
an awesome podcast.
So,
Well, hopefully, you guys like this episode. But always at the end of the episode, if you guys have any ideas for our next topic or whatever you guys think about this topic, just put it down in a comment below. And if you guys like this video, give us a thumbs up.
like and subscribe
Yes.
as always.
And hopefully, we'll see you guys on the next
Episode.
series, Kanto series episode. Yeah, peace. Bye.